Hello everyone, and welcome to Zoochosis, a very surprising new horror game in which we take on the role of a zookeeper, or in this context, something more akin to a night security guard at the same time. Our job is going to be to watch over the animals in our care, and I guess look out for any, let's say, abnormalities that may arise and administer the proper treatment. Seriously, from what little I've seen of this game, I am super interested because there is so much potential in this, and it seems like they are 100% ready to go the extra mile and give us some truly disturbing imagery and ideas, and I'm so hyped. Now, it actually takes place from the perspective of a body cam, so I wonder how that's going to present as well, and what that's going to be like in gameplay. Also, before we get started, big thank you to the developers, publishers, everybody for providing me with this early key.
Before we begin, I want you to put down your scribble.
Ooh. Non-disclosure agreement for Night Zookeeper of Pine Valley Zoo. We're making it official, are we? Definition of confidential information. Any information obtained by the Night Zookeeper during his employment.
Let's not waste time here. You'll be sitting here all night, and I've got more important things to attend to.
Any information obtained by the Night Zookeeper during his employment is considered confidential. The Night Zookeeper undertakes not to disclose confidential information to third parties during and after termination of employment. Limitation of obligations. In the event of...
All right, I didn't want to do this, but it seems I have to. Listen.
Hello, you've reached the emergency suicide helpline. How can we help you?
I got nothing. I've been unemployed for a year. I lost my house. My money is gone. No life. My family. Damn it. I just can't face them. Lily, Gina, they're great. And too good for me. I'm just a stupid failure.
What? Where did you get this?
Chill, Paul. No need to break the nose of a man ready to solve your problems. All the problems, Paul. With the house, with the money, and even with the expensive treatment for little Gina. Well, what do you say? You ready to sign?
Wow, okay. So this is more than a little bit coerced. We are not even being subtle about it. All right, what kind of organization is this operating out of this zoo?
Let's not drag it out.
Well, then stop interrupting. In the event of injury or death, the Night Zookeeper, while performing work duties, the employer is not liable to his relatives or other lawful representatives. Term of agreement effective upon signing and is considered indefinite.
Just sign the contract.
Dispute resolution.
And we'll be done with it.
The Night Zookeeper or his lawful representatives agree to not involve the police or other law enforcement agencies regarding death, injury, or other events occurring during work at Pine Valley Zoo. Any disputes shall be resolved through negotiations before resorting to legal action.
My patience has its limits.
Any changes to the agreement require written consent from both parties. In other words, you can do whatever you want. I would say that this kind of thing wouldn't be legally binding, but, well, who exactly are you guys?
Excellent. You made the right move. Just a couple more things and you'll pull your family out of poverty.
I really hope so.
Attach this to your chest. Our scientists require us to do this to see everything that happens in the enclosures.
Scientists? I thought this was a zoo.
True. Ever thought that the smart Alex belong right in the zoo? Hope you got the joke. Excellent. Now let's get started. First, grab your personal PDA. It's necessary for interacting with all the work objects. Congratulations, you've taken the first step to becoming a part of our close-knit zoo family.
Wait, what's this for?
You'll find out later.
And we signed the waiver.
Oh, are you finally awake? Good. Get up. It's time to get to work.
What the hell? What did you do to me?
I took care of your health. Working with animals requires prevention. You wouldn't want to bring some kind of infection home, would you? By the way, I took your phone as well. I'll return it in the morning after the shift.
So I got the job? I thought we had an interview. My wife was waiting for me outside.
The job will be yours if you make it through the night. Let's go. I still have a lot to show you.
Wow, this game doesn't waste any time, does it? Is that an old subway car? Gadget trolley. This guy's voice actor actually sounds really familiar.
Are you deliberately
quite
wasting
spacious.
time? Yep, this is our hub. You'll have plenty of everything here, except time. Now we're in the cold room. Here we store herbs, vegetables, and fish while the meat gets ground into portions for the animal rations. And right now we're running low on herbs and vegetables. Got the hint? Get to it. You can find the instructions in your PDA.
Okay, load 2 herbal and 1 vegetable bricks into the brick trolley. Wow, so this is actually going to be a proper work simulator where we have multiple duties. Stop grinning at me like that. Look at that face. Pretty smug for somebody who just jabbed me with a 12-inch needle. Okay.
I do have limits to my patience.
Oh, I know. I'm going to show that clip later. Unless I've already showed it. Still not sure how I'm going to edit this. Oh, I've got to put it right here. So that's vegetable
Come on, we're
and
not
2
playing.
herbs. I mean, I'm playing, but that's my job. And it can probably take all 3 if we can stack them,
Most
right?
of the bricks will be left as a reserve. And take these ones with you. It's time to show you our workhorse.
Okay. Oh my god.
What was that?
There's something in the works that you're not ready to know about yet. Let's start with the basics. And here's
Okay.
our KATIE.
And game
Kinetic
crashed.
Automated and here's our KATIE. Kinetic Automated Transport with innovative engineering. Katie will take you around the zoo. This is the refrigeration compartment. You need to load the brick trolley here. Until you load it here, Katie won't budge. To load the brick trolley, you need to activate the lever.
Okay.
Aboard! Now, select the giraffe enclosure on the control panel and start the train.
So, this is HQ, huh? Veterinary station, wait, meds and cure. Inspect the animals for symptoms. Create a cure by recipe. So whatever's wrong with them, we are actually responsible for dealing with it.
I've aged even more waiting for you here.
Yeah, you're extremely impatient. What were we doing again? Alright, so we need to go to the giraffe station.
Fasten your seatbelts and sit up straight. Let's go.
Oh, this thing is actually mobile. A transit system around the zoo. That is so cool.
So we're at the giraffe station. Now listen carefully, I won't repeat it twice. This is our mobile veterinary station. Here you'll be mixing medications for our animals.
Are they sick?
Well, they can be. We need to closely monitor the health of the animals. We have some quite rare specimens, so the thought of anything happening to them is out of the question. Take this seriously and we should all be safe for another day. Follow me. This is our kitchen factory. To collect feces for tests, you have to feed the animal its favorite food. Here's where you'll prepare it. Choose the recipe from the list. Cut, mix, and you're done. Any questions?
Yes.
Excellent. The zoo needs those who aren't afraid to ask. But even more so, it needs those who find answers themselves. All right, enough chit-chat. Go to the cutting table. You need to select the giraffe from the list.
Press on the cook button to go to the slicing screen. Click on the cut button to slice herbs.
Don't make a mistake with the weight. The exact measurement is displayed on the weight indicator. Measure carefully.
So we need to cut off 3.5. So that would be like a little over half. Are we really just eyeballing this here?
Excellent, Paul. Just from the pharmacy. Cut. Now do the same with the herbal brick from the recipe. Go ahead. It's not enough, Paul. Add more.
Press the accept button to finish cooking. Alright, so it probably doesn't have to be exact,
Activate
just
the lever
enough.
to lower the gadget trolley.
So now we pull this lever. And out it goes.
Now drag the trolley to the gates.
I like this. I like that there's a whole process to this. And this place is so, like, dingy and unwelcoming, but at the same time, we've got our little secret lab here, our mobile base, our mobile safety bubble. This game already has a lot of pretty original ideas on display. But one thing that really is off-putting is having to back up with the trolley. Buddy, these things are supposed to be in enclosures, right?
I never thought a zoo could be organized like this. A train, trolleys.
Yes, Paul, our zoo is quite unique. It's our pride. You won't see anything like it in others.
Right. Then why has the zoo been closed for the second year? People say the zoo is going through tough times.
How would I know? I'm just a simple man. Clock in and clock out.
How long have you been working here?
Long enough to teach you everything. Come on, move the trolley.
I feel like you're backing
This
me
is
into
the
a
entrance
corner.
to the enclosure. To open the door, you need to insert your PDA into the enclosure terminal and select Open Enclosure.
So it requires identification. I can see a moment where I don't have what I need, and I desperately need to get through this door. Welcome to the giraffe enclosure. Before leaving, make sure that all symptoms are detected.
We are in the enclosure. Now we need to feed our little creatures. Take the bucket and dump the food in the feeding area.
Bucket. This might take some getting used to, but I like the job aspect of this. Okay, hey, you're a pretty normal-looking giraffe. Oh, and there's another one as well, Bo. They all have names. And I guess they can all have specific things wrong with them. Okay, so how do I just put it down, or... There's a third one over there. Well, I guess we saw a list of them when we first opened it up. There we go, feeding area. Listen to those animal sounds being played, presumably over the speakers. This place hasn't been open for a while. Is it possible that this place, like, had something happen to it which necessitated setting up in this area? Alright, so now you guys can help yourselves. And I guess we'll find out if there's anything wrong with you. Turn to the gadget trolley. Can I also just say, this game is, like, very pretty looking. Not just in terms of the, like, graphics themselves, but these environments are, like, so cool to look at. It's actually got quite a nice ambiance to it that I can see myself coming to enjoy the job when it's not trying to kill me.
Great. Now put on the MFE.
What's that?
Mobile Fecal Extractor. In simpler terms, a shit sucker. You've eaten shit before. Now you're going to suck it.
I don't know. Why do we need all this?
We need to constantly monitor the health of the animals, and taking excrement for tests is one of your key tasks. 100,000 a year, Paul. 100,000 fucking American dollars. You just have to collect the shit. Come on, Paul. Don't chicken out.
You saying all that in that friendly, grandfatherly voice, that's... well, that's precisely being fed to the meat grinder in a nutshell, isn't it? Well, let's get sucking. Now we've just gotta find some. Oh look, they gave it stink lines and everything. Alright, Poe, let's find out how you're doing. And I probably need some from everybody, right? Wouldn't that contaminate the samples if I'm putting it all into one thing? Unless it's got separate compartments per use. You've got your sitting areas over here. Nope, there was some hiding just over here. Thankfully it highlights it when I get close. I have had a couple of crashes so far, a couple of things like loading a bit weirdly, but it is several days before launch, and presumably they're going to be working to iron all this stuff out before release. All in all, it's actually in a very, very polished state already.
Now take the TIS. To avoid unnecessary questions, it's a thermal imaging system. You can just call it a thermal imager. It's needed to determine the body temperature for our animals.
Okie dokie.
Good. Now install it and measure the temperature of the giraffes.
Install it? Oh, it's fixed. That's kind of cool, so it's not just something we hold up. We've actually got to set up so that we can get a good view of them. Alright, well, let's have a look. Alright, presumably that's normal. Bo, you're okay. Cleo? What about the other one? It's so cool that it names them, because I imagine you can actually, like, develop an attachment to the animals, at least when they're behaving normally. And when they're not, you may actually feel motivated to try and cure them, whatever curing may mean. This one is laid down. You potentially not feeling well? You're running a little bit hot, it seems. So now you're officially listed as sick. I can pet them. I mean, I don't want to contract anything, but... Oh, I actually woke you up. I'm sorry. No, you get your rest. Oh, you're following me. Okay, we'll try and get you better, okay, Poe?
As
There
you
we go.
can see, one of the giraffes isn't doing well. We need to make a dart with temperalax. It's a medication for normalizing the temperature of animals. By the way, it was developed by one of the local eggheads. Interact with the terminal and press the exit enclosure button.
Alright.
In the terminal, you can check all the analyses you've collected in this enclosure.
Okay, but presumably we need, like, some kind of lab testing to do anything with the feces, right?
Alright, take the trolley back to the train.
Do I have to make some medications too?
Well, you studied chemical technology in Indiana. You'll manage.
Damn. How do you know all this?
Trust me, it's not something worth being surprised about here.
But I barely lasted 6 months there. Got kicked out in the first year.
No worries, that should be enough to mix a couple of ingredients following a ready-made formula.
So we do have some credentials. I mean, for 100 big ones, I'd do this job. Of course, I imagine there's not much in the way of hazard pay. They pretty much reserve the right to unperson me.
Congratulations, Paul. You've just come closer to success and the well-being of your family. Now, go and load the collected fecal matter into the biomaterial receiver. Don't carry anything into the car. Everything must be sterile. And don't forget to put the shit sucker back in its place.
Oh yeah, no, that's always important. That twisted metal panel right there, are we maybe looking for parasites? Well, let's keep things sterile. Where? Oh, my God.
Why are you so jumpy? Now you need to load the trolley into the train. To do this, press the lever inside the car.
My God, you actually teed me up. I was like, did he quickly walk in here? And then I didn't see him, and then... Well done. Okay, I'm sorry, you frazzled me so much I didn't even think about what was happening just here.
Excellent. Now this is our mobile vet station. To make Temporalax, you need to load the station with enough vials. I did it this time, but in the future you'll have to gather the vials yourself to cook it up. But keep in mind, chum, there are not so many vials. Think twice before using them.
We'll have to manage our resources. Tranquilizer, lethal injection. There may be times where we have to dispose of an animal. Reacticare, B-Guard, Aerolivax, and oh wow, there's a lot of things. Dude, this is so cool! We're like some kind of SCP Zookeeper, and it's actually like a deep and detailed job. This might prove to be like one of my dream games that I didn't even know I wanted. Okay, but we need Temporalax. Click on the button to create it. Yes, but I was gonna read about it.
Perfect. Now take the dart from the dart dispenser. Cool, you've got Temporalax. Now load it into the veterinary gun. It's in the gadget trolley.
Okay. It's actually quite dynamic. We're gonna want to make sure that we line up our shots correctly, because we only get one shot at these things.
Good. Now the only thing left is to dart the sick giraffe.
Let's do it.
The sick giraffe, Paul. Be careful. Don't confuse Bo with Poe.
All right. I know that voice actor. I know him. By the way, it makes me real nervous that we're leaving these doors open as we go in. I mean, I kind of doubt the giraffes are just going to crawl through here, but... Oh no, it's like an airlock, alright. I was going to say, is it possible we could let something out? Those parasites or insects or whatever they are. I've seen them crawling on the walls. Alright, which of you is Poe? You there. Okay, can I... Come on, you. Aww. I'm definitely getting a weird alien disease, but... Alright, you just, does it have to be anywhere specific? There you go. And according to this, you're okay. Oh, please don't have any hard feelings. Is there something crawling around in the vents? Should we go and tell our guy about this?
So everything went smoothly?
Seems like it. I did this for the first time. Hopefully he'll get better soon.
Well, don't doubt that. We need to get back to the hub.
Okie dokie. All manner of animals out here. Giraffes, wallabies, gorillas, penguins, zebras, moose, hippopotamus, and elephants. And away we go. It may be a glorified load screen, but it's a good glorified load screen. It makes this place feel so much more dynamic and so much more alive.
Let's go, Paul. Escort me to the exit. It's time to leave you alone with our lovely zoo facilities.
You really trust me that much already? All right, buddy. I'll be honest, I don't feel confident at all, especially if some abnormalities arise. Is that your ride?
Every zookeeper is entitled to a service car. This one's mine. If you perform well tonight, you'll get one in the morning. Is that your wife? Should I tell her you're staying here for the night? Keep in mind, I'll lock you in until morning.
No problem. I think she'll figure it out and go home soon.
As you wish. Good luck, Paul. Don't mess up.
Excuse me? Don't tell her to go home because I'll be here. She'll eventually figure it out and go home. Okay, well, we've got new access cards. And I would love the service car. Maybe it's not going to be so bad. Dude, I love this. Like, it's not subtle about what kind of place this is from the very beginning, but I still feel like we didn't learn anything. Like, there's so much it can still surprise us with.
Paul, you entered here who knows how long ago. You're not answering calls. I'm worried.
Lily, sweetheart. Sorry. Didn't hear you right away. Everything's okay. They put me on probation, but I had to start immediately. You should just go home. I'll be back in the morning to tell you everything.
Paul, but I saw them lock you up. It's not normal.
Yeah, it's just protocol here. They took away my phone and made me sign an NDA. And all I have to do is feed and treat the animals. Oh, and by the way, there's plenty of meat here. I want my girls to finally eat normal food. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
Okay, so we gotta put a meat brick for Lily in the Dropbox. We are already stealing from work, huh? I guess that counts as a bonus objective. Vial box. Okay, so I guess from here we can mix new darts and such. The cold room has been restocked with 20 fish bricks for the penguins. You need to pull the lever to drop the bricks into the fridge. I need to give some meat to my wife. We've been eating only pre-packaged meals for almost a year now. It's terrible for our little Gina. It seems I'll have to manually record the symptoms of zoochosis, scars, and mucus. And scattered gadgets. Probably I'll need all these things for work. I wonder what will happen if I apply them not just on animals. So there are potentially creative uses which may be applied. Interesting. So these doors will open as long as this is here. These have consistent leftovers. And we can recycle things in here. I mean, it's leaving us to figure out a lot for ourselves. Hopefully it's not too unforgiving with that, but it does go back into here. We need a meat brick. Just take this home and feed it to little Gina. Little zoo-grade food. No problem.
Lily, are you here?
Yeah.
Take this. Give Gina a kiss from Daddy. It's time for me to work.
We're on body cam stealing from work. I mean, if it weren't for the somewhat rounded perspective, I wouldn't actually remember that we're viewing this from a body cam, but we are. I guess it's all good as long as we do our job. Okay, so there's no fish right now, but we can pull the lever. And in drops about 4 units of the stuff, which I guess is different from kilograms. So I guess let's just load a couple of these. I don't know how many penguins we're trying to feed here. Only thing is I don't actually know what I'm meant to be feeding them. I could probably check the computer in there. There we go. There you go. This is so cool. I like a job simulator that is not just inundating you with a bunch of like complicated things. It's not complicated, but I've got to get into the muscle memory. It's a lot of stuff, and in a job simulator, I like stuff. So kitchen factory. Okay, we can see what we need. So we want penguins next, is it? And they need fish. We need 2 kilograms of that with a deviation of 20%. All right, so that would be roughly 1/3 of this brick, right? That looks like about 1/3. There we go. Deviation is acceptable. All right, let's do it. So what all do we need to do right now? We have access to the gorilla station as well. Does that mean we also need to do the gorillas? All right, well, let's just take it one thing at a time. It seems like we can load ourselves up to be more efficient, but the gorilla, the wallaby, and the penguin are all open. Start with the penguins. That's what it specifically told me about. Look at the lights of the city passing us by from behind those iron bars. It's like we're in a cage, too. Okie dokie. Let's unload this and see what these penguins are up to. It's this backing up part that I can't stand. It does have a sprint button. Oh god, imagine fleeing from something like this. There's a phone ringing.
Night, Zookeeper. Paul Connolly.
Oh, thank God, finally. Please don't hang up. I've been trying to reach my husband all day. He's a scientist, Clarence J. Summers. People usually call him CJ.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm here alone.
Please check for me. He should be in the lab.
Is there a lab here?
Oh, I understand. You're new. Then one last request. Look in his locker in the break room. Code 1768.
Ma'am, this doesn't feel right.
Paul, I'm begging you. CJ needs to take his medication regularly. I just want to make sure he has them with him. Just open the locker. That's all. I'll call back.
Okay, CJ. We need to check out his locker. New note added. This is kind of cool. It gives us, like, side objectives and stuff. 1768. I wonder if there's any consequences for doing so. Actually, I think there are multiple endings. Wait, phytocomplex? We can scavenge more materials here. And a PDA. Anthony Hopwood, 104. I just saw something horrible. I shot lethal dart, but one wasn't enough. It took around 300 milliliters, but it worked. God, it worked. I'm alive. What did you see? Oh, meanwhile, I've got my own notes about people. I'm not sure if I should help this woman. I already have enough problems as it is. Well, it can't hurt to check, right? Then again, we weren't informed of anyone else being here. Oh, nope. Okay, put back. Meanwhile, we'll finish our job here. We presumably don't have access to the lab yet, but maybe we will? Maybe if we do a good enough job here, there's a juicy promotion in it for us? Welcome to the penguin enclosure. We've got Daisy, Luna, Coco, Tinker, Misty, and Rocky. Let's check them out. Howdy, guys. Can we pet you? Oh, we can! God, I had not realized penguins were so creepy looking. I love how my guy holds his hand out like, no, where are you going? Okay, let's grab your food bucket and make sure you guys have plenty of fish. Oh, Misty, you're throwing up. Actually, none of you guys look so hot if those icons or anything to go by. Okay, I'll start diagnosing you in a minute. Oh, Daisy, you too. You're all throwing up. Oh, look at this place. It's a whole concrete enclosure. Is there actually even any viewing area? Let's dump this over here. There you guys go. We'll have to take a look at how you respond to this in order to get a look at what's wrong with you. There we go. Let's, in the meantime, let's have a look at your temperature. Actually, now's probably a good time to do it while you're all gathered by the food trough, right? Got a couple of sick-looking ones over here. Misty and Daisy, yeah, you're not doing so hot. So we'll have to get some tempera whatever for you. Anybody else that still needs scanning? You guys are okay. And I'll be back to deal with your feces problem in a moment. I'm really happy about this. I'm really happy that it's allowing this to be a proper job simulator and not just a typical horror game. Because when it allows us to sort of get used to the routine, get used to what a mundane day in this job is like, well, that makes the abnormalities stand out all the more. Oh, this must be your sleeping space, or maybe this is where you sit on your eggs, or whatever penguins do. Well, a couple of you guys are gonna need to deal with your temperature issues. I'm just not sure if I've gotten everybody's poop. But I guess it'll tell us once we get back to the thing, right? Oh, there we go, there's some. We may need to mix some additional medications. Ah, I see. This glass at the end is where guests would walk by. Although you did say that they haven't done so in quite some time. Alright, let's get these samples back to where we're going. I think that's all we have the ability to diagnose for the time being. I'm sorry, I hate hearing you guys like this. It's telling us to collect blood also, and I don't know how we deal with sound. As for diagnosis... Oh, well, Daisy also has a problem with temperature. Oh, no, it actually tells us right here they have a problem with temperature and poop, so... That would be... we gotta scroll down, and okay, there's a whole diagnostic set of criteria. Gastroenteritis, inflammation of the stomach and intestines caused by infection. Oh, look at that. There's actually a filter so we can narrow it down. Can we... Okay, so we can't rule something out either, but that's alright. That narrows it down all we need. So it is gastroenteritis, inflammation of the stomach caused by infection. But I've had a look through here, and I'm not quite sure what we need. There is one called GastroGuard. There's one called Enterocure, which is a probiotic-based substance for gastrointestinal normalization. That could be it, but then that presumably wouldn't deal with... There's one for bacterial infections that says a substance based on synthetic antibacterial components for the treatment of bacterial infections. That would treat the cause, if not the symptoms, but it doesn't say that it's a bacterial infection. I sent you a parcel with vials of the active substance. I think you'll find them useful. You'll find them in the parcel box. Okay, I didn't realize you had sent me a message. We have to measure the sound and submit blood for analysis. Okay, so there's still more to be seen. This must be the device that detects sound. So presumably, yeah, Alright, so we really do have to utilize everything, even if it didn't tutorialize us on it. Need your vocalizations. I guess that means you're good, Luna. So I guess it's got to be within like a certain range. That is crazy advanced. Come on. I guess you sound fine. But that's the important thing. We've got to track your symptoms to make sure that we have the most complete picture. Apparently we missed somebody's poop. But I did notice that back here we have the blood syringe. In fact, we've got a UV flashlight, we've got a couple of things, and the cart itself is modular in its placement, so it's very open in that way. Do we have to sedate them to take blood? Alright, cannot find those feces anywhere. So I'm just gonna have to take from you guys. Oh. Do I have to sedate you first? Do I really? Okay, I have to wait for you to stop moving, and then I can take a blood sample. I'm sure you don't like it. Do I need to bring them back? Okay, no, you'll collect each one in its own vial. Tinker. Come on, slow down, buddy. Misty, you're one of the two obviously sick ones, so it's pretty important that we get a blood sample from you, because that's going to determine what type of syringe we need to make for you. We're kind of at the mercy of when these guys decide to slow down, though, aren't we? Daisy, you too. Now we can put away all the blood. There we go. So now if we have a look at this, we can find out, presumably, if those blood samples came back bad. And it looks like their blood is fine. So unfortunately, that doesn't tell us what's wrong with them. Or rather, it does, but it doesn't tell us what we have to do about it. We'll have to see if we can find some more stuff for mixing medications with. But first, let's have a look at these lockers. We're looking for a CJ Summers. Okay, and you'll automatically put in that combination. A floppy disk and his own PDA. But no medications, which I guess is good. We also gain new access. A note from his PDA as well. Testing experimental meds on mutated specimens. They don't work during the frustration phase. The pathological cell division process must be completed. In other words, the organism must fully mutate. Access to experimental drugs is located at the vet station. So what you're saying is, whatever happens to them, we can't prevent it. We just have to deal with it once it's done. Maybe that fire axe is a better medication. We can open this up. No, we can't. You said in the parcel box. There we go. Oh my, that is a... Okay, that's everything we could ever need. And that's good, because the phytocomplex is needed for a lot of things. That must be like a base ingredient. As for a vial box, yeah, there's some more in here as well. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch of other things as well. A whole bunch of things that were not here before. Okay, that must be the stuff that we got from the scientist. For eliminating the parasite and mimicking allergic manifestations. So these are for the weird ones, huh? And they require animal blood. Well, tell you what, I'm thinking it's either Bactiguard or Gastrogard. And Gastrogard seems the most intuitive, even if it's not ulcerative colitis that they have. It is antimicrobial, and it's caused by infection. So I'm going to try that on one of them. Alright. Let's go on a penguin hunt. Coco, Luna, you're both healthy. Misty, you're not, so start with you. And you're a little freaked out now. Next we'll try Bactiguard on Daisy and see what happens. It's a hit. I'm honestly, like, nothing really perfectly matched the description on that one. So, but then again, this is gastrointestinal normalization, but that's a probiotic, so it... Oh, actually, I just realized it... Hang on, it shows you on the bottom when you're loading it in which set of things it's used for. Okay, so this is probably the right one, the one for normalizing gastrointestinal tract. Okay. It doesn't say that here, but it does say it when you go to load it in. Alright guys, I'm sorry. I know I'm treating you like a pincushion right now, but this should... Oh yeah, they're already fleeing. They're already fleeing, I'm sorry. There we go. And it does say that you're cured right now. Alright, so that was right. Okay. This has been a little rough, this part, simply because, like, it's expecting you to do a lot of new things, but I guess it's probably a good thing that it's giving us this environment to just figure it out, and therefore kind of get a feel for it. There we go. And we have cured all the animals. Now we just need to check the next enclosure, which I guess will be the wallabies. And we have checked your husband's locker, so now's a good time for this.
Night, Zookeeper. Paul Connolly. I'm sorry, ma'am. I haven't had a chance to look around yet.
What's with the ma'am?
Oh, nothing. A woman called, looking for someone named CJ, searching for her husband.
That bitch again. Although CJ's no saint either, always hanging around some girls, lying to his wife that he's in the lab, and we don't even have labs here. Anyway, forget it. Why am I calling you? There'll be a food delivery soon, and you need to grind some fresh meat. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. I'll call you later.
Typical government, deny that anything's happening and also smear his character at the same time. And hers. Well, okay. Perhaps I shouldn't have pet the penguins. That cannot be a good sign. Is that not worth bringing up? Also, his own notes indicate the existence of a lab, and this is basically a mobile lab right here, so who are you fooling? Oh, there's actually a thing on the wall here that shows exactly what we need for everything. Okay, so we're gonna need some herbal and vegetable for the gorilla. So, yep. And... yep. And for the wallabies, we need herbal and vegetable. And let's just, if we just stack these like this, we'll have all we need. Actually, for safety, let's get one more of each of these, because we are going to need a decent amount, and there should be some margin for error. But in the meantime, you said that there's a new meat shipment coming in. Oh, we got more fish. Ah, here we are. Meanwhile, we've got to implement the supply lever, which which will bring in our new shipment. Oh my god. That's our meat! Oh, by the way, there is a filter for the nudity, so obviously I turned that on for YouTube. Saves me some editing later.
Hello? Damn. I mean, Night Zookeeper, Paul Connolly.
Don't worry, Paul, it's me again. How's it going? Do you need any explanations?
Oh, I definitely do. I thought you had beef or, I don't know, lamb in the fridge. And
there's a long-necked pig. You see, Paul, dozens of parasites spread from the mother every day. They infiltrate our animals and they turn into, how shall I put it? Well, monsters. And they have specific tastes. They need meat.
What the hell is the mother?
Relax. The mother is securely locked away. Not much is known about her, so they study her. Forget about it. You know your tasks. Don't worry about the rest.
Fuck! I gave a piece of meat to my wife.
You did what? Sorry, Paul, but it's really ridiculous. Life gives you a chance to become a worthy, well-off person, and you take the easy way, descending to simple theft. There won't be any more indulgence, so if they say grind bodies, you grind. They'll say kill, you kill. Got it?
Got it. Just tell me where my phone is. I'll call Lily. Maybe she and Gina haven't eaten yet.
I won't allow it, chum. If you call your wife, it'll be a direct violation of the NDA. No, Paul, you won't drag me into this. You'll have to fully feel the consequences of your misdeed. And now stop whining and go to work.
It's all of the meat. And the mother, is that maybe what's behind this door? It's... She's not dead. Hang on, can we get you down? He's trying to call me on the phone. Screw that. That tattoo, is that significant? Task failed. Well, you know what? Screw you. We've got more. We've got enough. Only question is, what are we gonna do with you when you wake up? And I guess you didn't leave a message, so here's the part where they fully impress upon us that we have agency here. They're gonna do everything they can to make it sound like we don't, but we do. Our choices do matter, and, well, we may not even know we're making them at the time. This game's brilliant. I can already tell this is going to be something special. Also, miss, you left your sensor bar hanging over the meat machine. I'll give it back to you later. In the meantime, we've got grillers and wallabies to feed. Thankfully, we don't need any more meat tonight. This game, it's not only got the vibes of the location and the job, but also just the shady nature of the work we're doing. I've never seen it communicated so well and so effectively before. And we're only in part 1. I don't know how long this game is, but we are off to an exceptional start. Let's go with wallabies first. I feel like the gorillas are more prone to kill me even if they haven't mutated. You say the mother is securely contained, and yet we constantly see evidence to the contrary. We saw that bug on the wall. You told us that these things sometimes get out. There's so much doublethink going on, and you just stride through it all with a laugh and a slap on the back. It's like you're trying to gaslight us into thinking this isn't as serious as it is. Okay, here's the wallaby station. Let's get ready to go. I think I have the base level knowledge where the mechanics don't really intimidate me anymore. So that's good. Then again, perhaps it's unwise to be rushing backward into a new enclosure that I haven't even seen yet. There's an open area right there. We should probably scavenge all we can. There's something to be seen in all these places. I've given you access to the recipes for the infected specimens in the kitchen factory. Feed them. The infected specimens, so we're going to start dealing with them now, huh? Well, that's Anthony Hopwood 3 of 4. Maybe 2 of 4 is in the gorilla enclosure. We'll read those in order. There's some more collectibles here. Maybe we'll leave this for now. Anything in the lockers? A PDA. There's 2 of 4. I finally found a way to cure that mutant with the experimental meds. I found access on some CJ's PDA. Looks like he's an important dude around here. Gave the mutant an injection of Toxicus spiralis. And it really worked. Awesome news. And by the way, it seems mutants can mimic different diseases. I'll keep an eye on it. Are they going to the thing us? Is it not always going to be obvious when a creature has mutated? When they turn, the meat can calm them down. And now we have no way of figuring that out. I forgot to mix the food. Okay. That does not sound good. Whatever's going on in there, I don't want to open the door. God, I am just procrastinating hard at this point. Especially since, in trying to do the right thing, I've now left myself defenseless. Oh my god, it's worse than before. I think we're just gonna have to deal with it. Food is ready. They may refuse to eat, but who cares? Look, who even knows if it'll work on mutants? But I think it'll be a good idea to always have a tranq dart on us. And in fact, to come in with it loaded. We don't have the meats, so this is what we're gonna have to do. Let's enter and see what we've got. Amy, hi. Oh, huh. You guys seem okay thus far. Alright, well, let's start learning how to do this more efficiently. I can't tell if you guys are scared or just loud. Let's grab first the TIS, and we'll leave this over... Oh, can we not leave it? Alright, doesn't matter, you're all in view. Sally, don't you run off. They blocked each other, too. Oh, I hear somebody... Yep, I hear some folks vomiting. Actually, all of you vomiting. Or at least 3. But whatever it is, it's not temperature related. Alright, now let's bring out the food. And I guess maybe try to grab some... I was gonna say we could maybe try to grab some blood samples while we're at it. While they're slow, but I don't know if that'll work. We can carry up to 2 things at a time. God, that screech scares me every time. But then we have to give up our tranq dart. You guys go. bring this thing out. And you're unfortunately refusing to eat. Probably because... oh, no, there we go. You did say it's a low risk of problems, so maybe this mechanic is sort of forgiving. You're puking it right up. Let me just grab that out from right under you. You guys have the most efficient butler service out here. You just need to watch where you guys get off to afterwards. 2. And 3 and 4 should be over here. And there's your sleeping area back there. It's probably important that we get to really know the enclosures. But there's always that one person who decides to poop somewhere I can't find it. Right over here. You know what? Maybe we should check and see if the UV thing can find it. In fact, we'll have a look around right now to see if it does anything. We can switch modes as well. It also acts as a regular flashlight. Alright, next we need some blood samples. And hey, hopefully we can get you guys to stop moving long enough for us to deal with this. There you are. We gotta scritch at least one of these guys every time we enter an enclosure. Oh, you like that. All the more reason to keep you safe. Ah, now you're getting up. You don't, you guys are getting into a little play fight. There we go. We gotta wait for you to lay down. It can be a bit of a chore waiting for you guys to slow down enough for us to actually take a sample. You're a bit more rambunctious than the penguins were. But it's cool, like, it's not just a generic checklist. Each of these things kind of has its own personality, I suppose. There's a brief moment right before you start fighting. Wally, huh? Wally the Wallaby? Okay, so I've got samples from Penny, Amy, Wally, and so it should just be one more, right? Who's left? Ah, Sally. Come on, you. And that should be just about... oh no, right, we still have to collect sound. Alright, with preparedness, we can actually get this done in a pretty reasonable time frame. You just gotta learn the ropes. That's why I think it's actually good that maybe it doesn't tutorialize you so much. It gives you some time to just figure it out, consequence-free. Where is that? There we go. You guys are kind of tough to keep up with. Okay, you're fine? Penny is not fine sound-wise. Sally is also sick in that regard. And Amy... there we go. Alright, I think that's everything we have to collect from you. So now let's just go back to the lab and see what we've got. This is such a cool gameplay loop where there's so much room, I guess, to surprise us at every turn. Right now, we're just getting used to the routine. We know that 2 of you are sick, but there's also the possibility that they could be sick with different things. Put in our blood samples and head to the vet station. Now for wallabies, it's just auditory. So if we narrow that down, that means you just have migraines. Migraine is a neurological condition causing severe headaches with nausea and sensitivity to light and sound. Sorry for testing the UV light in your enclosure then, but that one should be a fairly simple thing to cure. I remember there was one of them. There we go, NeuroShield. So let's just whip up a pair of these. And we should be okay. Can we grab two at once? We can. Now, can we unload our previous rounds? Ah! Handle the mutant macrobot! Can we close the door? Can we close the door? Well, look, we've got tranquilizer. That's all we've got. We've got no meat to placate you with. We can't move and shoot. My God. My God. It has health! And it's moving off. Oh, good Lord. Okay. We're gonna need more tranks. Assuming this works at all. Well, look. Allergic, blood diseases, mimicking migraine. But we don't have any animal blood. We would have to go get some more. We can cure it, though, if we can just get some. Maybe we need it from the animal itself, not just from anywhere. Let's make some more of these, then. Find out if they work first. Let's do all we can to try and get this thing, but I don't feel confident. I think it's on the left. God, where did this thing go? God. Maybe if I can get a blood sample, but I can't risk that while it's out there. Come on, where are you? Where are you? Come on. Oh, you're hiding from me, my God. God, just look at you. But you running around, the alarm light's on, we don't get a good look at you. The shake in our hands as we hold this rifle. I please let me move and shoot, please. I think you're above me. Oh my God, you're above me. How did you get over there? We hit it. One minute. I should have come with the syringe. Okay, run. Hurry. Blood syringe. Hurry. Oh my God. We can hit it again. But I don't want to waste time reloading right now. The dilemmas. 39 seconds. You're all the way up there. I don't think we can get to you. No, okay. Can we get a blood sample from one of you? Maybe we can use it. We are out. We are getting out. It's gonna be up again any second. No, get out! Back in here. It didn't take away any health to do that, but it does work. Today is all about learning. Now, about that cure. What was it? Mimicking migraine. It does work. Whew, this game is exciting. You can't say it's not. And you can't say it doesn't throw you in either. Alright, one shot. We have one shot. Maybe we should trank it first? That might be smarter. There's less risk. Do we go for the cure, or do we go for a surer thing? You guys are still your playful selves, I see. Put him down. Oh no. That was only one, and something just happened to you. I'm stuck. I am stuck in the geometry, come on! Alright, I had to restart, but here's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna cheat by just pre-grabbing a bunch of blood. Maybe we're better off just tranking the other wallabies. I mean, that would leave them defenseless, but it would give us more time to get blood. In the meantime, we've definitely got to trank you first. You don't seem hyper-aggressive in coming towards me, but... well, you're definitely at least regular aggressive. Okay. Now, I'm gonna need you guys to slow down, please. Please just... you're gonna go to where you go. Can't collect blood samples from you. Sorry, oh my god. Alright, that's 2 blood samples, but that thing is gonna be up soon if it's not already. Come on, oh my god. Getting these things to hold still is the biggest problem. That thing is no longer where we left it, but we've got our blood samples. We've got 3 cases of the fake migraine cure. But we're gonna start with a trank. You've got a stomach mouth. Okay. You're gonna go to where you go. Presumably. You guys are still alive. There might be somebody missing, but nothing we can do about that. You're up there. Hit 1. Oh, that woke you up, though! And you're very mad. Okay, that's shot 2. We need 1 more. We need 1 more. Back inside. I'm not sure the extent to which you'll chase us in here. Oh, we could trank you again, but now you're in your invisible phase. Penny and Sally, you might have to act as bait. You are real sick. I'm sorry I can't do more for you. Where is it? Wait, if you're the 2 that are sick with migraines, then was this one even mimicking the symptoms of a migraine? Come on. That's 3. And just like that, it's over. I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure I did that right. What do I do with this? What do I do with this thing? Do I just have to vacuum it up? I was not trained in this whatsoever. I'm rushing back in a panic with the trolley, just so that I'll have whatever. Maybe I need to suck that thing up? I really hope it can't go into another thing. No, seriously, what do I do with you? Alright, let's start off by curing one of you. There we go. Penny's all good. From over here, we just gotta be standing far enough away. But we've got it. Maybe we can do something with that? But now we've got to see if we can make another cure. I have noticed, by the way, the entire time that these posters are, like, actually interactable. Oh, they count as notes. We actually write down the information. Closer to the animal when it's immobile. Start collecting samples. Yeah, so it's basically just like the basic mechanics. Let's just put you in there. In the parasite bin. That's what it means. We're not scanning feces for them. We're scanning specifically for you. So that's done. And now there's all our queued up stuff. Okay. And more of these things. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, we'll have enough to cure you of migraines for a long time. And we even got some I should have stocked up on this. There we go. It took some doing, but we managed to get you all alive. I imagine the easy route would be to go in and just make the lethal injection. It's the easiest way to save, well, the other ones from being killed by it, but it'll kill the one itself in the process. In this case, we were a good zookeeper. And a good zookeeper always keeps a trank loaded. Our infection is progressing. Our infection is really progressing. This is all still night 1. Okay, let's bring this stuff in. We should still have enough for the gorilla food. Oh my god. What an eventful first look at this game. Man, even after all that, I feel like I played an entire game, and we're not even done with our night yet. Alright, how do we go about feeding you? Gorilla. We need 1/5, roughly, of the herbal. Should be fine. Within 7%, not bad. And for vegetables, we need 2.5, so a little less than half. There we go. Alright, so this should be perfect. Except this time, let's have a look down the hall before we start blindly backing into it. Huh, each of these areas is a little different. It did give us access to a security room here, PDA. Your final note. Oh, and you've delivered some fresh meat. Head to the hub and deal with it. I mean, I'll do it to preserve myself if this one's actually dead. Look at those blisters that are forming. Something strange is happening to me. An overwhelming urge to eat this raw meat. My hand grabbed a piece on its own, and I devoured it almost without chewing. That sweet taste in my mouth. We've been infected as well. If that wasn't already completely clear. Nothing in here. And nobody calling on the phone. Off we go. Let's feed the grillers. Or this stuff. I wish we didn't just leave it all around. Thankfully, they gave us plenty. And we'll see what they're up to. Pepper. You're staring me down as soon as I walk in. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit intimidated by this one. Do gorillas like pets? You're currently not accepting. Oh, that's okay. Let's grab the bucket. And find your feeding place. Yep, you're ready for this. Let's not take too long. We don't want you to rip our arms off to get at it. There's your favorite slop. You guys are already pooping all over the place. So maybe we don't need to feed you, but you always seem to do it shortly after we collect. Well, you guys get in. You guys got some dance moves, huh? Chief, Dexter, Pepper, and Thor. Now, Thor is a name for a gorilla. Alright, you guys, take your time. Just following you around with my little plastic bag. Always make sure to pick up after your gorilla. I'm right here to keep the place sanitary. And there we go. That should be the last of it. Okay, so with that all said and done, let's try and get your sounds next. There's no display now, but it seems like we're still able to accomplish the objectives. There is something wrong with your audio. Stir, quit running. You're good. And just one more. Who's missing? Oop. Getting some frame drops around here. Look at how huge this place is. I mean, let's really take a moment to appreciate the size of this enclosure. I mean, it's probably not enough for 4 gorillas. But this zoo actually seems like a much more major operation than any I've been to. Ah, you've got a hideaway up here, Pepper. That's why, you were just chilling. Okay, well, it seems like only one of you is showing any symptoms so far. But we'll be able to know more after we do some testing on your blood. There, and grab the syringe. Oh, and if we pick something up that's already there, we'll just swap it out. So that's convenient. Thank you, Thor, for being so understanding. You can actually kind of see the intelligence in your eyes. Because I won't lie, I was a little bit nervous about trying to take blood from a friggin' gorilla. Especially since I'm not trained for this at all. There we go. These guys are actually really chill. I was worried that they might be dangerous even uninfected. But we'll have to remember to grab some extra. Maybe they won't take as kindly to that. Alright, Chief, you're up. There's actually only so much I can do as far as taking extra, because I'm pretty sure when we go to the sample collector, it's just gonna dump it all in. Only thing we need now is to take your temperature. Grab who we can, where we can. Oh, you're gonna walk off. Just need it. I'm more interested in the one that we already know to be sick. The glitching out of those speakers is a little freaky. Alright, Thor, you're asleep for a little bit. So it doesn't just apply to tranquilizing. You're a little hot as well. We'll know more once we do some testing, but for now, I think you're okay. So Thor not feeling well in a couple of different directions, and this might reveal a little bit more. Hopefully we can be at least somewhat prepared, but I don't know if we're gonna have that luxury. We may have to do everything on the fly. In you go. I'm really glad that they've made this thing where we have choices in how we deal with this stuff, but it does make you feel for the animals, even by giving them those nice idle behaviors, by naming them. Let's not bring the trolley in just yet. And we'll see how you're doing. Now, Thor, you've got heat, sound, and feces, although your blood seems to be fine. So heat, feces, sound. You have got influenza. So how do we deal with that? Fluies, which we can quite easily create. I just really hope you don't turn out to be infected. We've got Trank already in there. And as with any time, we're going to want to bring our syringe with us in case we need to grab some impromptu blood samples. Yep. Okay. Hi! God! Oh my God. You never get used to it, do you? How do we lose this thing? It's not even Thor. You're down. Okay. Presumably you will be for a bit. I need you to calm down and stop moving. Of course, why would you? You're in your panic state. Chief, you're being cool. Please, come on. Getting up. That's 3. On 10 seconds. I think we should be ready to hit it again. Just be ready. Come on. Just waiting for you to get up now, because you guys aren't going to cooperate in time. You awake? But you'll disappear from our view. We can't plan for you. Oh no, and we're right in the middle. Leave him alone. You crawl back up. Oh, the lights have gone out. Please, come on, Thor. I know you're sick, but it doesn't matter. Chief is down for the count. We can't take blood from you. Can't see a thing. It has gotten so dark in here. But we need to bring back these samples. Start working on whatever it is this is. The thing which mimics influenza. I'm still not sure that's right. Pepper's dead, I guess. Come on. Again, dark. Where's this thing? There it is. Or, no, I think something. Wait, but now I only have these? I thought I made 3 of the other thing. Alright, well, you know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, because we're just gonna keep shooting you. You are so pissed. You're just slithering along the floor there. And up, switch! Trank! Leave her alone. Lights out. Okay, well, I guess Pepper's dead again. But we're just gonna grab all we can. I think it is actually giving us what we need. It just produces way more than we said. There's like some kind of weird duplication thing happening, and so there's always extra. Let's get out there. Can't use it at the same time as this, though. Where's that thing at? It's up there. Okay, well, doesn't really matter if you're tranked up there, does it? Now we can shoot you once. We can... Are you bugged? I hope so. Shoot you twice. And 3 times. Maybe it just produces more than one. Maybe it's not a bug. Maybe it just produces more than one for our cure, but you're still up there, though. Am I not supposed to do all this while you're up there? No, let's try it again. Alright, well that does actually, if that's the case, if it's gonna make extra, then that does change my strategy a bit. We can do this, and we don't actually need to run around and grab 3 blood samples, so that makes things easier. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna wait for you to wake up, and we're gonna trank you for the protection of the animals. Because we gotta think about them as well as ourselves. Look at you just perched up there. You're angry and turning out the lights again. Now here's where this gets dangerous. You're still up there. You've got 10 seconds left. Let's just get ourselves into a good position. Fire. Should be 1. You're awake and pissed. And trying to slowly wade down here. So let's take that opportunity. You're gonna charge us. Get it ready. And smile. Dexter. Oh, good to see you again, buddy. And you're gonna vomit up that little parasite and ping into space. Well, that's alright. Looks like you've all made it back down to Earth in the end. Alright, so one of the things that I think I had mistaken not producing the right thing. I think I had mistaken that for a bug. I think these things just can produce multiple of an instance when you make something. Some other things were bugs, but that wasn't one of them, and that also means that these things are a little easier than I thought because we don't need as many blood samples as I thought. I'm not seeing a place where it actually says that it's gonna produce more than one, so showing that might be useful. But now we just need to get yourself some of the actual influenza medication, which is 1. Let's just see how many that makes. That really is just the 1. Where are you, Thor? Where are you, buddy? Chief? Don't try and hide from me now. Okay, hang on, wait. Let's just give you a little bit of cure. Oh, no, you heard me coming a mile away with the ouchies. I'm gonna aim down the sights. We can't see which one is you anymore. There we go. I feel really good about actually saving them all, including the infected ones. I really like granularity of results. We're actually going to have to make decisions on, okay, I want to save them all, but is that not going to be possible? What decision will result in the best outcome? And there's anywhere ranging from just killing the infected one to saving them all to total loss of the enclosure. I hate to say it, but we are also going to be taking some blood samples to keep in reserve. I think it'll be a good idea to have at least 1 or 2 in our back pocket at any given time. Maybe it won't put extras into the thing. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we need to know. Rest assured, this is all for science. And our own infection is progressing quite rapidly. Just suck that little devil up. It plays dead, but you can see it trying to wriggle its way out when you go to pick it up. Maybe that's its last defense mechanism. But with all said and done, I think we're good here. You caused a lot of trouble, you little wriggler. I hope that's you getting ground and minced up back there. Unless we do have some use for them, or we return them to the mother. Whatever that is, but that's probably endgame stuff. For now, let's just look down at our mottled, crumbling arms and congratulate ourselves on another job well done. That should be it for our work for tonight, but we still have one objective to complete back here, and that's that we should have another meat delivery. What form this is going to take, who knows. Hi. I was wondering what happened to you.
It's okay. I won't touch you. I'm the night zookeeper, Paul Connolly. And you?
Sarah Watkins, investigative journalist for Pine Valley. Thanks for saving me. Too bad I can't return the favor.
Why do you need an axe?
If you could see yourself, you wouldn't ask. And also, you smell like vomit. Want to freshen up?
I guess I should. Hey, Sarah! What the hell?
Sorry, Paul. You can mutate at any moment now. And I want to live. Stay here for a while.
Bitch, I saved you!
Paul, it's morning. Where are you, my friend? It's time to check how you handled your probation. This is strange.
Oh, in loving memory of Alexander Dagan, the screenwriter of Zoochosis and our dear friend. That's the entire thing? I thought this could have had potential for a whole series. I wonder if it's planned to add more onto this, or what? And I wonder what other endings we could have gotten. I think in the end, we did save all the animals. So at least we succeeded in our job as a zookeeper, and that guy got his comeuppance. Did they never account for this possibility? And what if we had taken that meat first instead of checking on her? What if we had done a worse job? What if we hadn't saved her in the first place? Okay, this definitely has a ton of room for expansion, but even what's here is so good. Like, the job simulator aspect is just in that right spot of complex and granular in its results, and there's so much player involvement in actually doing it. You're not just walking around clicking OK buttons. Even though the tasks themselves are very checklisty, it just feels so involved. The story is very original. The premise, the setting, the way the characters are handled, it all just feels so gross. And I'm not just talking about the animals and the sickness, although this game does have an absolute boatload of messed up imagery. There were a couple of mechanics that I feel like could have maybe been explained a little bit better. For the most part, it just kind of left me to figure it out. But that wasn't the worst thing, because it's not like there were a lot of consequences for struggling to figure it out, and I really love the way it just throws the first mutated animal at you. Presumably that could have been the gorilla or the wallaby, but in any case, it is just... There's so much going on to make it an experience. There's having to understand what's wrong with them, and there's trying to collect those blood samples under fire, trying to keep ourselves alive and the animals depending on where our personal priorities are instead of just game objectives, running back and forth, trying to fumble for the things we need and mixing the right vials and being okay, with this symptom and this symptom, okay, it's gotta be this thing. And it's almost like a puzzle horror job simulator game, and it's so engaging. It's the kind of thing that is pretty simple, but it doesn't feel simple while you're doing it. I'm just trying to... There's so many things that I'm trying to gush about all at once. I can actually appreciate that it doesn't let you move and shoot, because it wants you to pick a position. It's not like you have to snap aim onto something that's zigzagging around the map and you need to stop it from killing you in one shot. It's about picking your position and having to choose your moment through shaking hands, trying to land just the right shot at just the right time. And the fact that doing so, you can actually save animals mid-grab. I feel like a real good zookeeper every time I do that. But now I guess I'll just let the rest of the credits run, and we'll see where this goes from here. Oh, a new animal is available. So there is actually more. All that other stuff wasn't just for show. Man, wait. No, there's something more to this. I need to... New Game Plus. So perhaps each time we run through this, there'll be something new we can work with? Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to rest for now, come back, and do another video on that to see what's different, but until then, this was absolutely amazing. I can see there is more content than what we saw, and of course there's different choices to be made. So we are not done with this yet. This is just such an original game. It's so hard to put it in a box as far as its genre, as far as its gameplay, as far as the setting. Also, please note that any bugs we encountered are very likely to have been fixed by the time of release. I'm recording this like a few days beforehand, and they're already pretty active with updates. And I just absolutely loved every minute of it.
Sorry, chum, but it seems you're such a dimwit that you're only good for meat.
Okay, I guess I was a little bit too slow to click. Okay, and it skips the opening. New Game Plus starts with you leaving, giving us the opportunity to try some things differently. Hang on, there's a different thing of text if we do the New Game Plus. This time I didn't feed them the brick of meat. Something's pulling me toward the mutant. What the? I want to go to its call. Like I need to be there. So we've got a number of you guys not feeling so hot right now, and it seems like you guys, it's different ones that are sick, and you've got different symptoms. Meaning that on a New Game Plus, the mutants can appear in different places. So it's not completely the same except for the new animals. So now here's what I'm thinking. We want to keep blood in reserve, right? But any mutants that are going to show up after we return, after completing all the tests. But what if we save something for last? Then that should give us the opportunity, right? To return the samples without depositing the extra. This might work. Alright, we may have figured out the order to sort of game the system a little bit. Not that it's going out of its way to stop me. I was wondering before if I maybe turned at the end because I pet some of the animals. But then again, it seems like it's unavoidable because you have to touch them to take their blood. I have also realized that the ones that mutate are not also necessarily the ones that are sick, which is why I've been a little confused, because clearly the one that we have to use on them, as we saw, is the one that mimics whatever disease the animals in the enclosure had. But if they weren't showing symptoms, then how is it mimicking it? Unless it's causing the others to mimic it? But then you have to use the regular cure on them, so that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. There's always one pooper I can't find with these guys, but that's alright, we have enough to diagnose them with sepsis, which is quite serious from what I hear. So we need to produce 3 sepsis cures. Unfortunately, I have not been back to the Dropbox yet. Now what we need to understand is that these queue up. So earlier, what I thought was a bug of it not producing the right thing, that was actually it producing multiple cures and the things that I needed being queued up behind them. Now, I'm pretty sure during the gorilla attack, I actually did encounter a bug where, like, the things that I made spawned as the wrong thing in my inventory, because, like, what I had just didn't exist. But this right here should do us just fine, and we should be able to get ahead of it if we understand that. In fact, if we really want to be proactive, we actually have to go back anyway, because until we get the locker code, we don't have access to the advanced cures. So, yep, we've got a mutant penguin, and we are going to make the sepsis cure. Mimicking, come on. Alright, that's 1. And that should be all we need, although we can make another. 1, 2, and 3. And as long as we know that, it should be fine. Oh, no, not that. Whoa! Oh my god, you're like the pterodactyl from Jurassic Park 3 or something. Or whatever it was supposed to be. Pteranodon? I don't know what the difference is. You fly! You fly and we can't Move. I liked you better when you were flightless. That should be one. Okay, it's effective. It's effective. And we don't have to leave for anything, so there's not really a need to trank you. Well, maybe there is. Maybe there is, because you're kind of tough to hit. You guys can hide if you want. Like, you don't have to stick around and watch. Where'd you go? You've decided... Oh my god! You've got the predator mouth. Doesn't feel like it does it justice to make a pop culture reference here. Oh, Luna, you coughed up your little xenomorph. Alright, as for the rest of you, let's cure your very real condition. Rocky, you first. Oh my god. Well, you can't say this game doesn't have replay value. That's certainly something I didn't see before. Steve. You get a dart, and you get a dart, and you get a dart. So you're all cured. Now we've just got to grab that other thing. We're still going to start becoming infected. I know we're the same guy because we still had to talk to our wife at the beginning. I'm just trying to think of different places where our paths might diverge, and that's... I really like it when games handle their decision-making that way, where it's about the things you do rather than a yes or no button that comes up in a binary fashion. Oh, look at that. It's got, like, little chattering teeth underneath it. No, don't touch that, Luna. The fact that it gets up and tries to scurry away. It's crazy. It's like a zoo vet simulator, but all the while you're trying to figure out which animal in the enclosure is the thing. If we pick up the phone this time...
Hello? Night Zookeeper, Paul Connolly.
Why so grim? Problems?
What the hell is going on here? Fuck. I almost threw a live girl into the grinder. Where did she come from?
Alive? Well. 20 millixylazine and she's still with us. But fortunately, this problem is easy to solve. Pull the drop lever and the girl will turn into a couple of bricks, just like you've dealt with before. Easy peasy.
Fuck! I suspected this place wasn't clean, but why else such big bucks? I can grind a couple of bodies, but I'm not going to get involved in crime and risk my family. Fuck you.
Well, no one is asking you. In general, look at your hands.
What the hell is this? Did you poison me?
Poison? Who do you think I am, a desperate housewife? No, Paul. I infected you. And by the way, I did it for your own good. You see dozens of parasites spread out of the mother every day. They infiltrate our animals, and they transform, to put it mildly. Well, let's say they mutate.
What the hell is this damn mother?
Not much is known about her, so they study her. But right now, the same parasite is squirming inside you. And if you behave well, they'll take it out. And if not, who knows? Maybe it will be even better for Lily and Gina.
Fuck!
So you did this. Well, thanks for the additional context. Unfortunately, telling you about this means that now you know she's alive, but looks like somebody else foreshadowed our ending. It seems like we don't get the big drop of chemicals this time, so maybe that's just to give us room to experiment. But we also need to see if there's like a computer somewhere, someplace we can use the floppy drive that we got from the locker. I'm also wondering if it's not maybe possible to synthesize a cure for ourselves. I mean, clearly they miscalculated. We're not going to make it till the morning like they thought. But there's got to be something within these mechanics that we can do, unless whatever that is isn't possible until later runs. Here we are at the elephant station, and I am very nerve-sighted to see them. Okay, it looks like we've got some more vials we can pick up here. And some additional tranquilizers, so we can just find, like, base darts. Radio can be turned on, but only static coming out. And a PDA. I feel this overwhelming power inside me. I want to scream and growl. This force, it's itching all over my body, begging to break free. It's like we become more animalistic. Maybe these things have a desire to, like, become part of these animals, and that's why they infect them, and it imparts that same desire on us. Let's get ready for a Jurassic Park moment. Wow, not disappointed. Raja, Kavi, and who are you? Babar, or Babar? I don't know. The famous fictional elephant. You are not happy, but I'm happy to see you. Okay, well, obviously we have to see the animation for petting an elephant, right? But you guys just kind of run when I try. You know the drill. We take your temperatures. Try not to run away on me. Ah, you blocked it at the last second. Stop blocking each other. Oh my god. You're all good on sound as well. Once again, we're going to do feeding last, because that's what leads to feces collection, and that's a task in and of itself, leaving us plenty of time for blood. Now the question is drawing from you going to be dangerous? The fact that it gave us a tranq dart leads me to believe that that might be the case. Yeah, you run when I try to pet. However, we can go ahead and grab blood from you. You don't need to be tranked. These animals are surprisingly cooperative when they're really animals. First time we've actually gotten to see outside in, like, the main walkways of the zoo. I'm very much getting into the routine here. I'm working out the best ways to do this to make sure we have everything we need if one of you guys decides to pop. I'm not talking about like this. Wow, that's huge. And I guess that counts as task complete? So you got problems with blood and poop. That's going to be ulcerative colitis. That's going to be 2 out of the 3 of you. So we need ulcerative colitis cure. That's Gastrogard. So 2 of you. And should we just, like, given all the resources we have, should we just, like, preemptively get the one that mimics that? That'll be Hemovorax toxica. There we go. And we should be fully loaded with all we need in the event of an issue. Now let's find out just how badly we've screwed up. Yep. This happens pretty reliably, doesn't it? God, our body cam glitching out. Look at you! Maybe the Jurassic Park comparison was apt. Nope, leave him alone, leave him alone, leave him alone! Oh my god, look at that. Armored? Ow! Well, we don't die right away, but we, it does certainly seem to speed up our infection, though. Okay, we need to hit you from the, right here. Nope, still not good. What do we do about that? Well, we can't run now, we can't run now. We need to go for tranquilizer. What do we do? That hit you. We need to run back now. I should have just made the extra ammo to begin with, so some of you will have special traits. Down for another 27 seconds. We need to figure out where you're not armored. Oh, the ones that bounce off of you, they drop down. I'm gonna be very angry that I did that. Oh, and you'll grow armor where we placed it down. Well, this guy's gonna be very upsetty. Running back. It's getting ready to be even more upsetty. Okay, we need to put a stop to that! No, but it didn't hit you! Oh my god. Oh, well, there wasn't really a ton I could do about that. Going in your mouth didn't work. But what isn't armored now? Oh, you'll wash off right there. Okay. Well, there you go. We've got one elephant dead. Didn't seem like there was a ton I could do about that in the moment. Now what do we do about you? Alright, forgot to cure you, so I'm just gonna kind of drive by you on the way to my next thing. There you go. We're not gonna need that other medicine now. Do you have anything to say to me? Delivered some meat, head to the hub and deal with it. You know what? Let's go see what the other meat is. Maybe getting a stockpile of people will help us. Oh, you're trying to break your way out. I could probably trank you. Oh, it won't let me.
It's okay. I won't touch you. I'm the night zookeeper, Paul Connolly. And you?
Sarah Watkins, investigative journalist for Pine Valley. Thanks for saving me. Too bad I can't return the favor.
What do you mean?
You probably already know that you've been injected with something, some kind of parasite.
You also know something about these parasites. But how do you know?
Sorry, bro. Journalists don't reveal their sources. I can only say that we don't have much time. And the main thing now is to open this stupid door with a biometric lock to gather evidence for the article and expose these bastards. Can you help me?
I'm not sure how. I don't have the clearance. Well, I guess figuring out how to help you with that is what we've got to do. In the meantime, it says we got to bring in supply. But it doesn't seem to actually do anything. The bio-waste filter is clogged. Okay, haven't seen that before. Ugh. No longer clogged. The severed hand. Another tattoo, sort of like yours. Oh wait, actually, depending on who that is, could we potentially...
Wait, is this a human hand? Where did you get it?
Don't ask.
Right where you almost ended up.
Somehow I feel like... Well, never mind. Try to use it on a scanner.
That's what I was planning to do.
Maybe our predecessor.
Cool. Let's go see where these maniacs conduct their experiments.
I'm not sure I want to go in. I just want to get through this night and go back to my family.
Are you out of your mind? There's a parasite in you. You'll mutate soon. Do you think anyone will let you out of here? Anyway, it's up to you, but if I close this door, I won't let you in.
Alright, let's go see. This is the plus in New Game Plus, right?
Disgusting face. A pure maniac who lacks a personal life.
That's Doc, my daytime shift colleague.
For a daytime zookeeper, your doc has too many scientific degrees. I bet he's the head honcho here.
Yeah, I bet. Well, there's a computer we can access right here, and that looks an awful lot like a floppy drive. The hand of none other than our beloved CJ. Okay, we've got to have a look at this. This is a goldmine of information.
It seems they cause mutations in humans as well as animals. Oh, my cell. Battery for one call. Damn. I need to call my wife urgently.
Don't call. Let's find something substantial, and then we can call the police.
What is this, if not substantial? We could call her. This is another choice, but...
Fantastic. There's a computer, but no data.
Something very strange has happened to my hand. We can probably fix it by switching out. There we go. Look at all that. Packets of blood, all kinds of chemicals. And a bathroom. Hang on, I think I've got the data for you.
Floppy disk? Where'd you get that?
I found it in one of the lockers.
Well, of course. Here's the password.
Damn. You're not a hacker by any chance, are you?
Not even close. I can guess the password only if I know who came up with it.
Damn. Then we're at a dead end.
What is this?
Time to deal with another mutant.
Fuck. Let's still call the cops. At least they'll get us out of here.
I'll think about it.
Maybe, maybe not. Do we actually have our phone? We do.
Damn. The phone did die after all.
Great, maybe we should have called before. Alright, what have we got? We've got two tranquilizers. Who's out here? If I can get in there, I don't still have some blood. So that's awesome. I don't see anything out here. What about back here? Maybe she just wants me to continue collecting stuff. I have a feeling this whole thing isn't going to piece itself together until the whole thing is finished. Let's ask a question. Have I the clearance to open this up? No, CJ did not. Okay, on to our next thing then. I mean, I already made the gorilla food. Something is crawling under the skin of my arms. I feel awful. Marta, forgive me, but I don't think I'm making it out of here. Yeah, something's happening here where, with the exception of Thor, they're just all spooked all the time. And it's making it so I can't actually do anything about them. It's worth it to use a tranquilizer on them. It takes a while, but, you know, well, you've got the time. And you can take blood more than once. Good. Yeah, see, now I'm running into the problem where they're so scared all the time, they won't eat. Only ever-chill Thor ate. Unfortunately, I can't learn anything from his species. Well, it's either Salmonella or Ehrlichia muris, and we're just gonna have to guess. We're just gonna have to make both and see what helps. Okay. Okay, well, no, oh my god. Okay, so trank you. Oh, somebody else pooped. That's good. Well, that's great for now. But we're only going to be able to figure out what this is by on-the-fly diagnosis. So, who's sick? You, Pepper. Didn't cure you. Let's try Bactiguard. That did work, so mimicking bacterial infection. Where is it? Jesus Christ! I guess that counted. Hit it again? Come on. You just do not care! Oh my god! And then we're gonna throw up again. It is so dark and we cannot use the light in here. You're already attacking somebody else, aren't you? No slithering for you. Chief. Okay, I guess now all that remains is to cure the other one. Another job well done. Got a phone ringing. Goodbye, frame rate.
Night, Zookeeper. Paul Connolly.
Hey, Paul, this is Mrs. Summers. Did you find anything?
Miss Summers. I'm afraid I couldn't find out anything about your husband. I just know that something strange is happening here. And perhaps your husband didn't tell you much. In any case, he's definitely not here. That's all I know.
What? Paul, what do you mean?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't tell you more. I don't have the right. I'm sorry. It's better for you to go to sleep. Your husband will probably be back in the morning, and you're worrying for nothing. I apologize again, Miss Summers.
Okay, so if we had the ability to do this, why don't we call the cops or Linda like we tried to do earlier if it was clearly on our mind? 2 supply, so the meat is building up. And somebody is coming in now. Are you actually dead? You just give me a little load screen? Hello? I guess I was just ordered to kill her. Not gonna do it, though. It actually looks like it's always 4 because the giraffe has been removed from the list. So it's gonna be wallabies next. %0 deviation. We should get an achievement for that. Final 12.2 cutscene. What? I just tried to leave. What's, game? Oh my god. Well, I don't think I've ever screwed a game up this badly before, but I guess that's as far as we're gonna get in this part. And we have unlocked the zebras. New game plus plus. Okay, so we're kind of misusing the term here, but yeah, it's meant to be played in cycles. Cycles where you learn a little more each time, partly because more is available to you, but partly with the benefit of hindsight where you're able to go forward thinking like, oh man, I wish I had done that differently, and actually giving you that opportunity. Alright, well, I'm going to be back with more of this, of course. I've already given like most of my closing thoughts and outro, and I should emphasize that although we ran into a number of bugs, I am playing this pre-release, so a lot of these will probably have been fixed by the time you guys get your hands on this. It's a game that is very simple in its execution, however, it gives you so many different things to think about, and I think it'll progress differently depending on where your priorities are. Whether that's doing your job and providing for your family, whether it's caring for the animals, or whether it's actually cracking open this conspiracy and getting to the heart of it. And I think it's really cool when a game can almost be a different game depending on where your priorities are. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, or things I should try in this, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.